Good morning. I'm Reverend Kathy. Welcome to Unity North Spiritual Center. Whether you're here with us live in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, or whether you're online with us, we're glad you're here today. We welcome all of you. Wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're welcome at Unity North. And we're part of a greater worldwide unity movement. We are the publishers of the Daily Word magazine. So we've been holding 134 years of prayer vigil through Silent Unity, the Unity prayer ministry of the Unity movement. So prayer is the heart and soul of unity. And we always have a prayer chaplain available after service to pray with you. And today it's John Lippert. He's waving at you. Kind of, we're getting a mixed screen from you. Hard to see your face. Yeah, you like the invisible man. Yeah, that's a nice photo, though. That's kind of interesting effect, isn't it? All right, so John, there you go. Thank you for being with us today and praying, being available to pray after service. So his phone number will show up on the chat and announcements. Give him a call if you need prayer support. And our production team today is Brandy and Nancy, so let's give them a hand. There they are. And our worship assistant is from Sebastopol, California, Finn Robertson. Give him a hand. And our musician today is one of our favorites, Judy Vinar. All right. I just want to say, I know Finn's going to get to welcoming, but I just want to say we have a new little one with us today. Jacob and Kayla are back with their newest little baby. That's Lane. And he is he 3 months? Exactly what River was when she started. So River's in the other room now, and he's with us. So we'll see if he has the same kind of manners she did. He was an angel, so, and he looks just like her, so welcome back. So with that, why don't we stand for our opening? Oh, well, no, sorry, let's do our vision and mission first. And let's speak our vision together. Centered in prayer, we create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. And our mission is celebrating spirit, exploring truths, awakening hearts, inspiring dreams, serving community. And the values at the bottom are our fundamental core beliefs here at Unity North. And with that, let's stand for our opening song.
If you are searching, come on in. We're all on this journey that starts within. If you've got a burden, come lay it on down. Raise up your voices as we gather around. Whomever you are, whomever you love, however you came to be in this community, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. If you are joyful or you're concerned, come share your story. The chalice flame burns. If your heart is broken, you've been disowned, come join our circle and turn off your phone. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you came to be in this community, you are welcome here. Oh, you are welcome here. If you are running, you've got the right to seek sanctuary, guided by the light. If you hear that calling, come join the fight, marching for justice, candles lit in the night. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you came to be in this community, you are welcome here. Oh, you are welcome here.
Wonderful. You are welcome here. Thank you, Judy. Wonderful, wonderful song. Good morning, everyone. I'm Finn, your worship assistant today. This is the time in our service when we greet one another. Go ahead and wave at each other in the sanctuary. We wave up at the camera to everyone on Zoom. Everyone on Zoom, wave, turn on your camera. Don't know if anyone is here that might be new. I'm looking on Zoom here and it doesn't look like anyone's unfamiliar. Anyone in the sanctuary new that would like to introduce themselves? I'm going to take the silence as no. Or is there someone? Okay. Well, welcome everyone. I'm glad you're all here. Now let's take a moment. I'm sorry. At this time, we take a moment for prayer requests. Let's take a breath or two to just center ourselves. Breathing in deep into our belly and just breathing out through our nose. Just letting go of any concerns or what you have to do, whatever's on your list to do behind right now, and just be here in this moment. And instead of saying our request aloud, we invite you just to speak the name or prayer request silently to yourself or out loud if you're at home. And Reverend Kathy also has some prayers.
So we give thanks for our building and those who showed up for the building ceremony last night, and for all those that care for our facility. It's been through some events in this past number of months, with a break-in and a tree falling on it. And we actually came out very well from all of it, so we're grateful for that. And for those who have come to heal the space. And so we just give thanks for this property. It's just being said this morning that we're one of the only Unity churches actually residing in this area anyway, residing in its own building. So we feel blessed. And we just say thank you.
We give thanks in advance for answered prayers, and we say thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Let us remain centered and still as I read our daily word. Today's daily word for Sunday, July 21st, is valuable. As a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. Each person is a spiritual being made in the image and likeness of God, blessed with a variety of spiritual gifts we share in different ways. The world needs my unique contributions. When I see myself this way, I become newly aware of my value as a member of the human family, more confident in myself as I shine the light of God as only I can. Living in the awareness of my value helps others see it too. I leave behind critical or negative opinions I may have held about myself and treat myself as the divine being I am. Like a beautiful gemstone, I too am a precious jewel among so many others. Together, we sparkle and shine. From Genesis 1:27, so God created humankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Today's daily word, valuable.
I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God.
So I invite you to sit back and close your eyes for meditation. Take several breaths as you begin to relax your body and your mind. Feel a wave of relaxation moving from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet. And let us say silently to ourselves, it is not I, but the Christ within who does the work. The Christ, the divine within each of us, calls to you to share this light with you. The Christ reaches out in a summons for the saviors of the world, all who would invoke the power of love to heal the planet, and all who share life with it. The hand of the Christ is extended to you, gently inviting you to join the force of men and women who would bear witness to the truth. Are you willing to bear witness to the truth? To speak your truth, so others may know about love and peace and kindness and faith. The Christ is looking for healers. Would you be one of them? You might say, but I don't know how to be a healer. And yet you heal by your presence. You heal by who you are, not by what you know or do. You heal by centering yourself in the divine presence and aligning yourself so you can be a vehicle for God's love. If you would be a healer, simply acknowledge the presence of God within you, and you will find the endless blessings that bring the peace of God to the family of light of which you are born. Take a moment now in the silence and acknowledge the presence of God within you, answering the call of the Christ. You have the power of the Christ, the power of the divine within. It is the power of truth, the presence of love and light. So remember this day, since you are on this planet and part of the human race, you are called to share that love. The Christ calls to you, calls to each one of us. And we are so grateful for that gift. And so it is. Amen.
Open my eyes to clarity. Open my heart to understand. When trouble's doors are closing all around me, Lord, guide me through them. take my hand. Open my lips to question, open my ears to your truth. When many roads to choose from just confuse me, my Lord, keep me looking till I find the road to you. Open my arms to your children, open my mind to my soul. When it's time to use my life to serve the greater life, my Lord, show me the way, let me know. Oh. Until I find the road to you.
Beautiful, Judy. Thank you. So I'm stuck at the podium again today with a microphone on the blink, but I'll be able to move around again soon. Chris is out of town, our IT guy, so he's working on it, and hopefully it'll be next week or maybe the week after. So there's a story about a 6-year-old girl who got a new Bible in Sunday school, and she was so proud and thrilled, and she took it up to the worship service upstairs and went to sit with her family. She sat down and she put the Bible on the pew next to her, between her and between an elderly man. And he looked at it and picked it up and he said, can I look at this? And she said, well, you can look at it, but don't open it. You might let God out. Well, sometimes it feels like God is hiding from us, not necessarily in a Bible, but someplace where we can't quite find him or her. Some Eastern traditions speak of God as playing hide and seek, that God is within every aspect of creation, but that once we enter the earth plane, we forget. The Sufi mystics say that our essential self, God, is hidden from us by 100,000 veils of illusion, and that we must take a massive journey to disidentify with everything that we have falsely learned about ourselves. It's all Maya or illusion. In Unity, we teach waking up, though, is more than just realizing this outer world or this outer appearance of the world is illusion. Rather, we are placed here as a seed of the divine within time and space and matter to unfold all of our divine powers and capacities within. We do this not to escape the illusion of creation, but to divinize ourselves and all of life, to realize our divinity and then to express it in the world. Mystic scholar Andrew Harvey said, in one sense, we can think of the spiritual path as a marvelously witty joke, knowing we are looking for something we already have and already are. So finding God, Andrew Harvey goes on to say, we take our journeys not only to become conscious of God within us, but to be filled with sacred passion and power and become so saturated with its energy and love, we can become agents with God in a massive transformation of all the conditions of the creation. Are you ready for that? Well, it's always possible, always possible. So we take our journeys to find our personal divinity and discover it was there all the time. A grandfather said to his 6-year-old granddaughter, I'll give you a quarter if you can tell me where God is. And she responded, I'll give you 2 quarters if you tell me where God is not. Well, one of the best ways we can discover God's power in our lives is through surrender, what we might call falling into God. So what about this idea of falling? Who wants to fall anyway? Why did they ever use the word fall to describe love, being in love, falling into love? It does remind one in a way of the Fool card in the tarot deck, where the fool is about to step off the cliff, but is looking up and smiling innocently. So we step or we fall off the cliff, oblivious to the fact that there may or may not be a net to catch us. So falling takes us by surprise. It involves surrender. We may get hurt. We may feel protected and fortunate, or sometimes both, hurt and fortunate. Falling may be a surprise when we take a risk and step off the cliff, and yet we do fall into the arms of the divine. God is often described as having comforting arms, and though in Unity we do not think about God anthropomorphically as having human traits literally, but sometimes we just have to use metaphors for God. God has been described as Father, as masculine energy, as protector, as a powerful fire, a great wind, a Holy Spirit, the breath of life, a mighty king, great creator, sovereign majesty, Jehovah, Elohim, omnipresence, omnipotence, omniscience. God has been described as mother, as a soaring mother eagle, a gathering mother hen, a midwife, a ferocious mother bear, Shekinah, feminine wisdom, Sophia, queen of heaven, the source of all life, the goddess in all of her forms, a woman in labor, compassionate counselor. These are only a few descriptions. And our definition, the story we tell ourselves about God from our own experiences, informs our ability to fall into God, into the divine arms, which essentially is to surrender to God's will for absolute good in our lives. Christian mystic Julian of Norwich lived in England in the 14th century. I think our Reverend Laurie talked about her some weeks back. She asked God directly why he had created the world. The answer came back to her in ecstatic whispers. You want to know your Lord's meaning and what I have done? Know it well. Love is the meaning. Who reveals it to you? Love. What did he reveal to you? Love. Why does he reveal it to you? For love. For Julian, God was something to eat, drink, breathe, and see everywhere, as though she were an infatuated lover. Yet since the divine was her lover, she was elevated to cosmic heights, where the whole universe was, she said, a little thing the size of a hazelnut lying in the palm of my hand. That is quite a mystical experience. Well, in unity, we are panentheistic. We believe we are in God and God is in us, like the wave is in the ocean and the ocean is in the wave. And so, like Julian, we teach that God is everywhere, and most of all, that God is love. Meister Eckhart, the great German mystic, addressed the idea of the mysterious God in hiding, who is love. He said, God is like a person who clears his throat while hiding and so gives himself away. God lies in wait for us with nothing so much as love. Now, love is like a fish hook. A fisher cannot catch a fish unless the fish first picks up the hook. If the fish swallows the hook, no matter how it may squirm and turn, the fisher is certain of the fish. Love is the same way. Whoever is captured by love takes up this hook in such a fashion that foot and hand, mouth and eyes, heart, and all that is in that person must always belong to God. Therefore, look only for this fish hook, and you will be happily caught. The more you are caught, the more you will be liberated. So we search for the fish hook, the love of God, and where do we find it? Excuse me, said a little ocean fish to another fish. You're older than I, so can you tell me where to find this thing they call the ocean? The ocean, said the older fish, is the thing you are in right now. Oh, this is water. What I'm seeking is the ocean, said the disappointed little fish as he swam away to search elsewhere. A man came to the master in sannyasi robes, and he spoke sannyasi language. For years I've been seeking God. I've sought him everywhere that he is said to be, on mountain peaks, on the vastness of the desert, the silence of the cloister, the dwellings of the poor. Have you found him? The master asked. No, I have not. Have you? What could the master say? The evening sun was sending shafts of golden light into the room. Hundreds of sparrows were twittering on a nearby banyan tree. In the distance, one could hear the sound of highway traffic. A mosquito droned a warning that it was going to strike. And yet this man could sit there and say he had not found God. After a while, the man left, disappointed, to search elsewhere. There is not anything to look for. All we have to do is look. Well, some children wrote letters to God, and these are classics you've probably heard before. They're always fun to hear again. Lucy wrote, "Dear God, are you really invisible, or is that just a trick?" Nan wrote, "Dear God, who draws the lines around the countries?" Dear God, if you watch in church on Sunday, I will show you my new shoes. Signed, Mickey D. Norma's letter said, "Dear God, did you mean for the giraffe to look like that, or was it an accident?" And one child wrote, "Dear God, I think the stapler is one of your best inventions." Nora wrote, "Dear God, I don't ever feel alone since I found out about you." And finally, Charles said, "Dear God, I do not think anybody could be a better God. Well, I just want you to know, but I'm not just saying that because you are God." Well, I love the story of little Sashi. You may remember this one. Soon after her brother was born, she began to ask her parents if she could be alone with the baby. And they were concerned because, like other 4-year-olds, she might be jealous of him and want to hurt him or shake him if she was alone with him, so they said no. But she showed absolutely no signs of jealousy. She treated the baby with absolute kindness, and her pleas to be left alone with him grew more urgent. So finally they decided to allow it. Elated, she went into the baby's room and she closed the door behind her, but it opened just a crack, enough for her parents to peek in and to listen. And they saw little Sashi walk up to her baby brother and lean down and whisper in his ear, "Baby, tell me what God feels like. I'm starting to forget." When we can put God first in our lives, in everything, we take hold of that fishhook called love. We surrender, falling into the divine presence, falling into love. When we surrender, when we stop trying to control everything, when we get out of the driver's seat and say, "Thy will be done," all things become possible with God. Sometimes in surrender, we are shattered. The nature of falling means sometimes we get hurt. It's not that God was not there. It's more like learning to walk. You know, if our parents tried to catch us every time we were learning to walk as babies, we would never have taken our first step. But that first step is absolutely necessary. And then we take the leap, falling into God, surrendering our whole selves, being caught by the fishhook of love. In Unity, we teach God's will is absolute good, and that God's will is for us to awaken to that good according to our own free will. The fact that God's will is absolute good must be woven into the very fabric of our thoughts and feelings and become the basis of our decisions. The more pressing question for most of us is not what God's overall or long-term will is for us. Even those whose concept of God is that of a stern and wrathful deity believe the Creator ultimately wants good for everyone. It's just that to many people, it is a conditional good based on their completing a fear-filled walk along a very narrow path. Any slip forebodes eternal damnation. That is not a unity belief. The more pressing question regarding God's will is for more specific instructions. What should I do now? I'm having so much trouble taking care of my sick father, but I feel guilty about putting him in a nursing home. What is God's will? I have an offer for a much better job, but it requires relocating, and my children don't want to go. What is the greater divine plan? I've had my home for sale for a year and I can't sell it. What is God's will? I've been in a relationship for 2 years and I want to get married, but she doesn't. What is higher will? My daughter just got a divorce, is begging to move back home with me. I'm not sure I want her to. What should I do? These are all our daily challenging questions. These and more, those decisions we face every day. Seems when we reach our wits' end, when our thinking and our reasoning can't take us any further, then we want to know God's will. But we can ask ourselves seriously, even if God did tell us in a loud voice what to do, would we listen? God, what can I do? My neighbor is driving me crazy every day. What will we do if God boomed out the answer in stereophonic sound? Love your neighbor as yourself. We may tend to be like the man in that old story where he fell off a cliff, but he managed to grab a tree limb on the way down. Following conversation ensued. Is anyone up there? Yes, I'm here. I'm God. Do you believe in me? Yes, Lord, I believe. I really believe, but I can't hang on much longer. That's all right. If you really believe, you have nothing to worry about. I will save you. Just let go of the branch. A moment of silent pause. Is anyone else up there? You know, sometimes we tend to look for outside answers to inside problems. It's human nature to see the problem as something out there that is interfering with our happiness. We find ourselves asking friends and neighbors, loved ones for answers. We may even seek professional counseling if the pain is severe enough. What should I do? And we can get all kinds of advice, and there's nothing wrong with getting advice. But when we turn it over to God, to Spirit, we can be amazed at how much easier things become. Matthew 11:29 says, "Take my yoke upon you, and you will feel rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Surrendering to divine will is letting God solve the problem through us. Meister Eckhart said, God is ready to give great things when we are ready to give up everything. Some may feel that God's will implies some dictator, someone dictatorial ruling over us. So they prefer not to even think of that concept. I see it as a spiritual principle, one will, and that we either align with it or not. When we do, we are willing rather than willful in a divine flow. And when we do not, then everything seems to become a bit more difficult. Anthony de Mello said, "To love God with one's whole heart means to say a wholehearted yes to life and all that life brings with it. To accept without reservations all that God has ordained for one's life. To have the attitude that Jesus had when he said, 'Not my will, but yours be done.' Love God with one's whole heart is to make one's own the words, 'For all that has been, thanks. To all that shall be, yes.'" So this week, let us practice the presence of God by seeing the good in all people and situations and experiences that show up. Because when we look for the good, we find God. And let us practice surrendering our troubles, our point of view, and any false beliefs to God. Turn them over, say, "Thy will be done." And in prayer and meditation, let us seek to know God as love. Let us fall into God, into the net, the arms, the wings, the comforting presence of the divine by surrendering to love. And when we do, we will discover that God was never hiding, but was there all the time, simply waiting. And we can expect something wonderful. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Kathy. Every one of your talks, I always enjoy them. Great pleasure to come here. This is a song written by Eddie Watkins. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours and mine. I am loved and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Don't you know that all is well? All is well. Even Spirit is directing me right now. All is well. All is well. All is well and unfolding as it should. I am clothed in the Spirit. I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is. My soul is free from time. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well? Can you hear me say all is well? All is well and unfolding as it should.
Oh, what a wonderful service. What a wonderful song. Thank you so much. Love. Yes, powerful. Now is the time to bless our offerings. Since we aren't collecting them live, we invite you to go to our website, unitynorthmn.org, and find the donation button on the homepage and give your offering there. You can also take a picture of or scan the QR code on the power slide. And there is also a basket at the end of the aisle in the sanctuary. And if you do prefer to mail a check, you can send it to our address, which is also on the website. Now let us speak our offering blessing together. Please join me. Divine love flowing through me now blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. Now Judy will lead us in an offering song.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I am so grateful, I am so grateful.
Thank you, Judy. I am grateful. Thank you very much for bringing your talent and your voice to us. Today's announcements, community news. Our prayer chaplain is John Lippard. He can be contacted at 651-483-3131. And as we have been introducing, we do also have healing facilitator, and today's facilitator is Wendy Erickson. And after service, you can join her with a one-on-one session. It'll last about 15 minutes, so just please wait your turn as you meet with her. The men's group, it continues with Joel Levine on the second and fourth Saturdays of the month from noon to 1. The next meeting or gathering is on the 27th. Just connect with Joel there at the sanctuary, or you can call him at 651-303-9264. There are some volunteer opportunities, and Reverend Kathy is seeking someone who would like to become a prayer chaplain. So please connect with her about what that would be like to be trained and offer that service. The family table. It's a drive-through on Thursday, July 25th at 5 p.m. Please help out by packing and or serving the meals. Contact Kathleen at 763-442-1825 or at outreach at unitynorthmn.org. The parties continue. Yay. So the backyard barbecue hosted by Wendy is on August 3rd, Saturday. Party number 9, hosted by Christine. Appetizers and beverages is, I don't see the date, sorry about that, but that is still open. So if you are wanting to go to additional parties, please contact them. Just go online and buy those tickets. And also for any of the parties you are already attending and plan to attend, take some pictures. It's a great way to show our community and the gathering and the joyfulness that we are sharing, and then send those on to Reverend Kathy or Brandy, and you'll notice there's a TV screen in the back, and that will be showing the pictures of the party. So send them along so we can all see and enjoy our festivities together. So movie night is coming. Unveiling the mystery. Can science explain the human spirit? Join Greg, Brandon, Bruce Lipton, and other leading figures on a captivating exploration of the one field, a concept that could transform our understanding of reality and unlock the potential within us all. So that's on Friday, August 6th, 7 p.m. at Unity North Center. It is recommended for adults, and it is a $5 love offering, and snacks and water will be available. The one field. All right, so let's please join together in speaking our affirmation. Together, centered in prayerful intention, we give thanks for an overflowing abundance of spiritual awakening, prosperity, new members and children for Unity North Spiritual Center. Now, Reverend Kathy will lead us in the prayer for protection.
Thank you, Finn. That's August 16th for movie night, not the 6th, just wanted to say. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Finn, so far away. We're glad you're with us in community virtually. He's been with us for over 4 years as a virtual attendee. So do a wonderful job. Thank you, Finn. Let's give him a hand. And we give thanks to our production team, Brandy and Nancy today. Great job. And thank you, Judy. You always have a way of picking such great songs that go along with our service. Wonderful songs. Thank you. Okay, so I invite you to stand for our prayer for protection and our peace. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the